Safeguarding is one of the most critically important functions of many. From health and social care to education, it's essential to keeping vulnerable people, both children and adults, safe. There's a lot to learn when it comes to safeguarding, and it can be difficult for those new to the topic to understand what safeguarding issues are. In this short movie, we're going to go through 3 examples of safeguarding scenarios, looking at 3 different types of abuse, neglect or harm, which are the main issues safeguarding is designed to prevent. These are not true case studies, they are fictional scenarios, but they are intended to help make the topic clearer.
Hello, my name is Alex and I'm 9 years old. I live with my stepfather Mark and my mother Lisa.
Mark frequently loses his temper and physically abuses Alex. The abuse takes various forms. Mark often lashes out at Alex when he's angry, hitting him with belts, fists, or other objects. These beatings leave bruises, cuts, and sometimes broken bones. Alex is often in pain and fears his stepfather's outbursts. Mark once scalded Alex's hands with boiling water as a punishment for spilling a drink. He has also intentionally burned Alex with a cigarette as a form of discipline. Mark has choked Alex on several occasions, leaving him gasping for breath and terrified for his life. These incidents usually occur when Mark is particularly enraged. Mark has locked Alex in a dark closet or tied him up, leaving Alex feeling helpless and scared. Lisa, Alex's mother, is aware of the abuse but does not seek medical attention for Alex's injuries. She fears Mark's anger and wants to protect her own safety. As a result of the physical abuse, Alex has suffered severe physical injuries, including broken bones, burns, and internal injuries. He often misses school due to his injuries, which impacts his education and social development. Alex is constantly anxious and fearful, and he struggles with physical and emotional trauma. Child physical abuse is a serious crime, and the consequences for the child can be devastating. In real-life cases of suspected child physical abuse, it's essential to report the abuse to Child Protective Services or law enforcement authorities, so that the child can receive the necessary protection and support to ensure their safety and well-being. Emily, a 12-year-old girl, lives with her parents, Sarah and David. Sarah constantly belittles and humiliates Emily, using hurtful words and insults. She tells Emily that she's worthless, stupid, and will never amount to anything. Sarah frequently compares Emily unfavorably to her younger sister, saying that she's the good child, while Emily is the problem. Sarah isolates Emily from her friends and family, making her feel lonely and unsupported. She restricts Emily's access to technology and social activities, claiming that Emily doesn't deserve such privileges. Emily is not allowed to have any hobbies or interests outside of what her mother approves of. Sarah manipulates Emily's emotions by giving her affection one moment and withdrawing it the next. She might yell at Emily for no reason and then, when Emily is in tears, apologize profusely and promise it won't happen again, only for the cycle to repeat. David, Emily's father, is aware of Sarah's behavior but remains passive and does not intervene to protect his daughter. He is often absent from the home, leaving Emily to deal with her mother's emotional abuse alone. Over time, Emily's self-esteem deteriorates, and she becomes anxious and depressed. She has difficulty forming healthy relationships, as she has learned to expect mistreatment from others. Her academic performance suffers, and she withdraws from social activities at school. Emily struggles with feelings of worthlessness and hopelessness. In this example, Sarah's consistent emotional abuse has a profound and damaging impact on Emily's emotional well-being. Emotional abuse can take many forms, including verbal insults, humiliation, isolation, manipulation, and neglecting a child's emotional needs. It's essential to recognize and intervene in cases of emotional abuse to protect the child's mental and emotional health and well-being. In a suburban neighborhood, a family lived in a small, run-down house. The parents were struggling with addiction issues and were often absent from the home for extended periods. They frequently left their 2 young children, ages 5 and 7, unsupervised. The children's basic needs were not being met. They frequently went hungry, as there was little food in the house, and they were unable to prepare meals for themselves. Their clothes were dirty and ill-fitting, and they often missed school due to a lack of clean clothes or parental support to get them there. Neighbors noticed the children's deteriorating condition, their constant hunger, and their lack of proper care. Concerned, they eventually reported the situation to Child Protective Services, CPS. After an investigation, CPS determined that the children were indeed being neglected and removed them from their parents' custody. The parents were provided with resources for addiction treatment, parenting classes, and support services to help them overcome their issues and reunify with their children under improved conditions. This example highlights how child neglect can manifest in various forms, including inadequate supervision, failure to provide basic needs, and exposing children to unsafe and unsanitary living conditions. Interventions from concerned individuals, neighbors, and Child Protective Services are crucial in identifying and addressing neglect to ensure the safety and well-being of the children involved. Safeguarding is important because it protects individuals' fundamental rights, prevents harm, promotes well-being, and upholds the principles of a just and compassionate society. It is a moral and ethical imperative that requires the collective effort of individuals, communities, and institutions to create safe and nurturing environments for all.